Hey my friends, welcome to another video. It's Mimi from IELTS and Self-Development. Today we are going to explore 11 facts of IELTS that you probably don't know or having confusion on. So without further ado, let's dive in. Number 1. IELTS is not a truth-lie test. It's absolutely crucial for you to note that IELTS is a very formal test where you will only be examined by 4 band score criteria, nothing else. Therefore, your ideas, truth or lie has no effect on your score. Means neither you would get punished nor you would get higher marks for that. Number 2. What about using pen or pencil during the exam? Well, using pencil is mandatory for all modules except writing. As for writing, it's optional but recommended so that you can erase anything if necessary. Number 3. Writing in capital letters or small letters. I can vividly remember I had this confusion too while I was preparing for my IELTS test. For all modules, you have the choice to write either in capital letters or small letters. However, I highly recommend you writing in all capital letters for listening and reading exams. Why? Because if you write in small letters and make capitalization mistake, your marks will be cut down. Whereas with all capital letters, there's no chance of that kind. Sounds good? Therefore, don't write academic journal. Write instead academic journal this way. On the contrary, for writing exam, write in general way. What I mean by that? I simply mean follow capitalization rule, means capitalize letter when it should be and rest all letters in small letters. For example, don't write I love the way Brand talks this way. Write instead I love the way Brand talks this way, because it will save you time, plus it would be easier for the examiner to go through as its the usual way. Number 4. Register for exam. You must have to register your IELTS exam 7 to 10 days before your intended exam date. And you can either register with IDP or with British Council. Everything is similar for both. But remember, you need a passport and exam fee of around 205 USD before registering. Now, let's move on to number 5. There's no negative marking at all. Yes, you heard it right. So answer all the questions even if you are doubtful on any answer. Number 6. There's no boundary for both natives and non-natives to get band 9. How? Well, IELTS is an unbiased and fair test, and the marking criteria are exactly same for all candidates, regardless of their background. Here, the only obstacle could be your accent and pronunciation as a non-native speaker. But good for you! You won't be judged by your accent in IELTS speaking at all. As for pronunciation, as long as it's very clear and understandable, that's fine. Now, number 7. There's no way to cheat on IELTS test. IELTS test takes place on the same day. Your question won't publish anywhere. You can't bring any copy. And during exam, there's no way to copy others' answers as well. So, all this means you can't cheat on IELTS test whatsoever. Now, moving on to number 8. Cramming more and more vocabulary can't give you high band score. There's a rumor that you must memorize more and more vocabulary to get high score. But the fact is, fluency and accuracy matters in IELTS. If you just cram and don't know the appropriate uses, you will easily be caught out by the examiners and only lose your marks in both writing and speaking, no matter how good vocabulary you use. So, make sure you are learning vocabulary with its application and able to use them naturally and flawlessly. Now, number 9. Duration of the test. Your listening, reading, and writing exams will be occurred in the same day continuously, and your speaking exam might be any day in the span of 7 days before or after the rest modules test. Altogether, the exam duration little varies depending on the waiting time. However, the actual length is about 2 hours 45 minutes. Although the actual speaking exam will be around 15 minutes, you must have to appear at the exam center 30 minutes before. Now, number 10. How many times you can appear IELTS test? Usually, IELTS is conducted 3 or 4 times in every month. Even though the validity of your IELTS score is 2 years, you can appear IELTS test as many times as you want. And finally, number 11. Differences between IELTS academic versus general test. Academic IELTS is usually required for higher study purpose, whereas general test is required for those pursuing job or immigration. Everything is exactly same for both tests except reading and writing task 1. Academic reading is more challenging than general reading. As for writing task 1, here for academic you have to summarize a text, while for general you have to write a letter. Alright guys, that's a wrap for today's video. Have a look on my next video on IELTS band score criteria and calculation with examples. If you found this video helpful, then don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Thanks so much. I'll catch you soon.